Love will die without money. I can tell you for free. Love is subjective. Only God loves unconditionally.
As I sat with Mr. Joey Osawaye, I felt something different. A depth, a clarity, a kind of wisdom you don't hear every day. From humble classrooms in Nigeria to leading powerhouse brands in Dubai, his journey is built on intention, purpose, and faith. He didn't just dream big, he built big. From oil and gas to telecoms to hospitality, he took a bold leap in 2013 and created names like Kiza Dubai, Kiza Realtors, and Kiza Bespoke. We spoke about his journey, his unique views on relationships and marriage, and his deeply rooted relationship with God. Perspectives that will stay with you long after the conversation ends. His message: failure only wins when you stop trying. This is Joey Osawaye, and this is the Open Up Podcast.
It is in Him I live, I move, and have my being. So my entirety, my completeness only has a meaning because of the God factor. It is the beginning of me, it is the ending of me. Even though I get crazy in between, it is the God factor that brings me back to track.
The Open Up Podcast Season 3 Global Edition is brought to you by Credit Direct.
Hi, Mr. Joey. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm super happy to be here. I was gisting you before we started rolling about being here 5-6 years ago and just coming here and just seeing how fresh. And I didn't know this. Is this new? The
I know, been around 2 years now.
Oh,
Over
nice.
2 years, yeah.
Okay. Knowing that this now exists as well, and in addition to all the numerous things you do, it's nice. And I recognize this chair, so I feel so good.
That's the popular couch that we sit on to talk to the world. Yeah.
I like that you talk to the world. Just before we even go into the conversation, why do you do that? Like, is it empowerment? Is it impact? Or is it just something you like to do?
Everything you just said.
Okay.
It's about impact, it's about empowerment. I think I've been blessed. And it's my responsibility to give back. So I just use that platform to, based on all my failures in the past, to share some nuggets of truth with the upcoming.
That is so cool. I find that in my experience, it feels like, well, maybe I've not gotten to that age yet, but it feels like the generation that you are in is the last generation that cares about trying to teach anybody. But the rest of it is like you just swim, find your way, figure out your life. Nobody cares. So it's really nice. So I'm one of the generation millennials, Gen Zs that is appreciating you doing that for us.
Thank you very much.
Because one of our favorite slogans is "Nobody told us." So, so thank you for telling us.
Now we're telling you. But are you listening?
Yeah, I mean, some of us have coconut head, but some are listening. I agree. I wanted to just have a conversation with you. Yes, towards the same thing: impact, knowing about your story. Because, like I like to say, a lot of younger people feel pressured when things are not working the way they think it should be, or maybe they feel they're not in the places or positions they want to be, or they don't have enough money yet, they don't have all the cars and the houses. And then they see people like you living a life, enjoying all, the fine things of life, and feeling this pressure to go there. And one of the things I like to say is that everybody has a story. You just don't know where they're coming from, or you don't know what their background is. You don't know how they've been able to achieve what they've been able to achieve. And if you're able to be patient and follow your path, you find your own. So that's why we do this. So just jumping right into it is why we want to know your story. How was it like growing up?
I got 4 siblings. A brother and 3 sisters. I come from a middle-class family. Grew up in Lagos. Was born in the 60s in Surulere. So I'm a Srule boy, Okulana Drive. I had a very, very interesting and I would say privileged upbringing as a child. What was really big for us was dad and mom. They were always there for us.
Oh, that's nice.
And then I think that helps a lot in the confidence you get as a child, where you get the family support from mom and dad, and they are cheering you up and cheering you on as you go through life. So that really, really helped us.
Out of the
and we're very close.
Okay.
Family, very close. I'm very close to my siblings.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yes, I see a lot of siblings these days are not close. And I find it strange. And then they also find it strange. How come we are close?
It's now becoming a privilege.
Yeah, it's now becoming. But I think we're lucky.
Yeah.
That it worked for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your position in these?
Second child. First boy.
First boy.
Yeah.
That's nice. Did it come with like responsibilities?
Of course.
Okay.
This right here, this is the life we signed up for. Not just any life. A life that moves how we move. While everyone else is stressing about money problems, we're living on our own terms. This is the life that keeps us one step ahead.
Bye, guys.
Where we can enjoy and live in the moment. Why? Because it's our rules, our fun.
Hey, baby girl.
Hey, big head. Don't forget to get that laptop with your credit limit before it expires.
How can I?
This is freedom. This is flex without the stress. This is soft life. This is Credit Direct. Download the Credit Direct app now and start living the soft life for real.
So, what was that childhood dream? Like, what did you want to become?
I wanted to be like Dad. Dad was a chartered accountant. Yeah, so he had already mandated me that you would read accountancy, and my younger brother will read engineering.
That was a mandate.
Yeah, I just wanted, Dad, I want to be like you. So, okay, then you got to be good with your numbers and that.
Did you follow through with that?
Not at all. Not at all. We're 5 kids. I was the least as far smartness. So I was the dumbest out of the 5. My other 4 siblings were super, super hot in school. Yeah. So I used to look up to them, but I used to celebrate them as well. Like, hey, my sister is so smart, my brother is so smart.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. For me, it's quite different. My mom is like, your sister's got straight A's. I'm like, please stop
it. Let my people go.
So, did you go through to university?
Yes, I went.
What did you study?
All right. So, as life went by, I now found myself in medical school. My sister's a doctor.
Wow.
So I didn't go into the path of accountancy like that. I went through medical school. I was supposed to go read medicine in America after doing a pre-degree in biological science, biochemistry. Okay. So I did biochemistry at the University of Ibadan.
Okay.
But after biochemistry, I knew that would never be my path. So I dropped it completely.
Did you still travel to the US?
No, I went to the UK.
Okay.
And life started for me there. I decided to chart my own path.
What did that mean, charting your own path?
Starting to live my own life, not what daddy wanted or what mama wanted.
Okay.
I'd satisfied them with a first degree. After that, I said, Dad, Mom, you guys have done your bit. Now let me discover my path. And then I started my journey.
Yeah, I'm quite curious about that because like I said, a lot of people at that point, a lot of people, even I was in Babcock the other day and I was talking to the graduating students and it was like the same thing. I'm about to finish school. I studied what mommy and daddy wanted me to study and now I want to start my own path. And the question I kept getting was, so how do I do that? So which is what I'm saying. So what were those beginning steps that you took? Was it a case of you trying out a lot of things, or was it a case of you already knew that you wanted to go in this line that you're in?
No, I never knew I was going to go in this line. Whatever my hand found to do, I did with all my heart. And in that process, you start to discover your strengths and your weaknesses.
Okay.
And then you find the things you enjoy doing. And if you have the confidence to pursue it and monetize it, it becomes fulfillment. So I think that's what happened to me. I knew that I would never be a doctor because I did not enjoy it. I knew I love to be with people. I love to party effortlessly. Enjoyment. So I had to find a way to monetize enjoyment. Yeah, so.
Wow. Wow. I have never thought about it like that. So it's like, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You were that young person that liked to enjoy and then found a business in that enjoyment.
Found a way to make that enjoyment pay off.
Okay.
But before I started all this, I'd done other things in Nigeria. I'd done managed services and telecoms for over 20 years now.
Oh, wow.
Subsea work, remotely operated vehicles,
okay.
ROVs and all that.
Okay.
So I look for needs, opportunities, and feel it, which is what entrepreneurship is.
I agree.
Yeah.
So when did the Kiza?
Oh, the Kiza thing started when I moved to Dubai. So I came to Dubai first, as I always say, 2005 was the first time I came to Dubai. I fell in love with the place.
20 years ago.
Yeah, I fell in love with the place, and somehow I knew that I will settle here, kind of. I just knew there was something about the energy of the place that resonated with me. I've lived in different parts of the world as a young man, but there was something about this place that I connected with. And then 13 years ago, I moved here. So Kiza was actually started by my childhood friend, who's late now, Lukman Akombi. And then when I moved down, we decided to partner and take it to another level. So we started at the Haute Meta, if you know Dubai well, towards Port Dubai. And then we moved to the DIFC in 2014. But they later relocated to Canada, where finally passed on. Okay. And then we've been
just building,
pushing the flag and trying to make sure that his dream did not go in. Yeah. That's big. Nice. Legacy is big for us.
Yeah. I really like that. I wanted to bring you back to a moment because 20 years in Dubai is a long time. This is home.
Yeah, but I didn't move 20 years ago. I moved 13 years ago.
Oh, 13.
So I came first to visit Dubai for the first time in 2005.
Okay.
And then after that, I was coming twice every year till I finally moved here.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So I just wanted to ask you, all these places you had been to, some people will say there's no place like home. Some people say that doesn't matter. So what was the reaction? And I know this is a thing where Blacks, Africans, and of course Nigerians feel treated differently because of their nationality. Was this ever a thing for you in any of these places or even in Dubai?
It has never been a thing for me. Let's be careful when we say people treat us badly. how do we conduct ourselves when we go to these various places? That's the thing. If you're not respecting the rule of the society you're in, your host country, of course, what do you expect? That's not saying that there isn't some abnormalities in some cases, but most times if you conduct yourself properly and you respect the laws and the rules of anywhere you find yourself, you shouldn't have any problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree to some extent, but I also know that sometimes you might be conducting, but based on the experiences of other people who did not.
Correct.
It now also translates
now
to how
becomes a blanket thing,
yes,
and it affects everybody.
It affects everyone.
Like what is happening in the UAE at the moment. For the past 3 years, we've had these issues on back and forth of visas and all that.
Which a lot of Nigerians are very unhappy about. But hopefully it's completely clears up. I wanted to go back to, I think you said you were, was it 21 or 22 when you were in the UK?
When I went to the UK?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I must have been 21 or 22.
Yeah, I remember
my first
you
degree.
said that. And, I'm thinking about how, I don't know how those times were then, or how times are right now for a person who is that same age wanting to start and actually looking at it like, yeah, you're going to find out your weaknesses and your strengths, but let's talk about the reality of that funding. The reality that funding.
Okay.
Setting up that dream, that passion, that business, and especially if you're coming from home right now with the way the economy is and you want to go to a new place, or even if you want to stay at home and set up something like you have done, what is some of the baby steps someone can take?
Baby step. First of all, you got to know what problem you want to solve or what value you want to bring to the space, to the market place. Once you identify that, how are you going to do it? Sometimes it's better to go work in that area first. A lot of people are so much in a hurry to start. It's not that it's a bad idea to start, but you need experience. Sometimes it's better to serve somebody first, understand how the business works, find out the opportunities and the threats and all that. So before you go set up yours, then you'd have learned. Otherwise, you'll be learning on your own, and it could actually break you. You might not be able to even take off. So I think patience is key in this journey, where you go serve first, learn first, and then you can go probably improve on what you've learned.
Okay.
And then raising money. Once you're working, if it's a passion and a vision you really, really believe in, you must start to save money. Because if you come to me as big uncle and you say, Uncle, raise me, I want to start this business.
What are you going to say?
I say, what's your skin in the game? What are you bringing in? There's 100,000 naira needed, for example. I'm going to say, what are you bringing in? If you say nothing, then I have nothing too. But if you say, I worked for 3 years, I worked for 5 years, I was able to save 40,000, I need another 60,000 to help me start. It makes more sense. It makes me believe that you've paid a little bit of the dues needed to start that business and you have skin in the game. So don't just come to me and say, give me money.
No, come to Uncle Joey and say, give me, just like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm going to ask you a question based on that. But before I do, I like the fact that you said serving, which, hey, Mr. Joey, Jay-Z's don't like to serve. We just want to come in and get the money. It's a different world.
But, the world has also changed. It has really, really changed. What used to take us 10 years could take you guys 1 year now because of technology.
True.
Yeah, so as long as you know what you're doing, and you can use the tools that are available today that we didn't have, you can actually leapfrog into getting things quicker done quicker than what we used to achieve in the past.
I agree. even it might sound strange, but even for someone like me, I'm going to be 30 this year, and when I started off at 22, all the things I didn't know and I was so slow with, like socials and all of that, are people starting businesses 1 year ago. They're doing it so quickly. I had to learn. What was a hashtag? So I would quite agree with that. And that brings me to my next question.
Before you go to your next question, you're 30. Mm-hmm. You're a millennial. Mm-hmm. You're struggling with social media and all that.
No, I mean, to an extent, I'm okay. But I'm saying I had to, it wasn't natural.
Exactly. That's where I'm going. It wasn't natural. Imagine my generation trying to key into this. It'd have been
super unnatural.
Yeah, very unnatural. Very unnatural. It is a lot of effort, and then it's because I am lucky to have people like Mr. Shola Lunge to put me through. It would have been difficult for me to, because it's not natural for us. It's natural like this to talk, because that's our generation. We were more interactive. We were not phone. We used to go out, play out, ride bicycles, play ball, do all that stuff. So it's natural for me to engage on this level. But on the computer, sending one message or taking picture of your food and post it and all those craziness.
It's still a lot
weird.
of effort.
Yes.
Even for a young person.
Yeah, but you see, it's more of your zeitgeist. It's your time. It's not our zeitgeist.
Yes.
We are coming from the industrial age. So the information age is a little bit difficult. We need to struggle and say, nah, lie.
I agree.
We got to be.
And that's why I have so much respect for you. When I see your videos, I'm like, that's why I asked you that. Is it impact or is it empowerment?
It's Shola that is doing this. I just show.
Because it's a lot. I respect that.
It's an effort.
And which now brings me back to my next question, which is, I've been doing this. I'm trying to make it very relatable. I've been doing this for 8 years, and sometimes. So when I see the profits, I'm like, I don't know.
That's why you gotta enjoy it.
Which is what I was going to say. If not for the passion that I have for it, I would probably do something else.
And it becomes work, too much work. We don't want to work. We want to enjoy.
Yeah.
So that it's no more like work.
So I wanted to ask, because this one is very personal.
Yeah.
Is there a point where it switches from... How does a person switch from you're working for your business, which is when you're, bootstrapping, if that's what you're doing, or raising money, or all your energy is going there, all your time, sleepless nights, all of that, to actually being the person that, you're just collecting your dividends or your shares, and you're just sitting there like, oh, there's a book, so okay. And you're not so involved, and you're not the rich person, flying private jets. What gets it to that level?
Yeah, a real millennial or Gen Z.
I'm telling you, I'm tired.
You guys like to talk about private jets, Bugatti, all these big things.
Yes, no.
It takes time.
So how long?
It takes time. It is not a dash, it is a marathon. The people you see and you celebrate today, go look at where they started from. You're looking at someone like Aliko Dangote that's been in this game for like 50 years or more. And you want to do what he's doing. It's not possible. Except somehow, by mercy or by grace, you invent something that the world needs at that time, and they're ready to get it and you sell it. Like if you look at Canva, it's a 50 billion
is it dollars?
Dollar valuation company. If you look at Paystack, Flutterwave, these are icons, but there were things that they developed for the world to use, fintech and all that. But apart from that, it takes time. Even with that, it takes time. It doesn't just happen like that. And you must pace yourself. Don't say, I want to be this in 1 year. No, it's too much stress. That's why a lot of young kids are having high blood pressure. Pace yourself. Give yourself 5 years. Give yourself 10 years. Give yourself 15 years. Then it reduces the stress and the pressure on you. Because if you fail today, you still have 15 years now. 1 day does not mean anything. But if you want to make it in 6 months, every day is too much stress. So the way you arrange your mindset and your expectations is key, so that you're not under too much stress.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is not the same as not being ambitious.
No.
Okay.
No. Be ambitious, but start small. Be ambitious. It's good to be ambitious, because that's what wakes you every morning and say, yeah, I'm going to get it. But you must also pace yourself on how you want to get it, so that you don't fall into a situation where you find yourself behind bars.
I was not expecting that.
No, I have to put that in.
But that's true. I believe that is very I don't want to admit, but it's very true. It's very true. It's something that we're all struggling with, and I'm saying private and all that, but sometimes it's not even as deep as that. It's sometimes just, I want to have a house. At least I'm talking from a standpoint of Nigeria. Yeah. It's like a luxury to have a car. Right now, it's even more luxury to have a house. True. And it just seems like, oh my gosh, why? If it's even luxury to have ice cream. Even ice cream now is luxury.
I know.
And a lot of people are now like, okay, so let's just giving up or want to run away, hence Japa.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask, what do you think about Japa? How?
Japa used to be interesting years ago. If you're talking 30 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, it was okay. Now it's not the time for Japa. There's no way for Japa to serious. The ones that Japa did, they deported them. They just deported them, kicked them out.
God, I beg.
The UK, the Europe, things are so tough even for the people there, because the world has changed. Everybody is now wise, so nobody can cheat anybody anymore. So the luxuries they used to get those days, they don't get it anymore. So now we need to start to think of how we can be in our respective countries and make it work. Then you need to start to think differently. If all you had was that place and there was no opportunity to Japa, what would you do? It's either flight or fight. If you can flee, the only alternative you have is to fight. So how do you fight? How do you fight? It's not by carrying arms. It's about critical thinking. It's about looking at your environment and recognizing the opportunities in your environment, looking for problems you can solve through synergies, corporations, and working with each other. It's not about, say, where you run into? There's nowhere to run to anymore. Didn't you see what ICE is doing in America?
Some people will say because of the standard of living. What about that?
Standard of living, if you understand the way the world works now, what are the needs of the world today? What can I do living in Nigeria using technology and get paid in dollars? What can I do? Definitely, it has to be something that has to do with e-commerce or some skill set that you have that you can log into some place in one of the Fortune 500 companies in America, and you give them value and solution, and then they pay your account, they transfer your money straight into your account, whether it's a GTB or whatever domiciliary account in dollars, and they pay you. In the world today, nobody cares about your color. They care about what value you bring to the table. If Elon Musk has a problem today in one of his establishments, and Amanda is the one that can solve that problem, will he pay you or not?
Of course.
So that's how we should be thinking. We should stop draining our energies on trying to get uncle and auntie and daddy and mommy to give us money to go and get visa to run away. Run away to where? Let us sit down and start to think. A lot of it takes me now to education, our kind of education. The kind of education we should be having now is applied knowledge, not passing exams. Because passing exams does not take you anywhere. Because there is a real life, is real problems that needs real solutions. And everybody that can bring solution to the table will be rewarded. That's why we should be talking to Gen Z, Gen Alpha, Gen Y. Now,
taking
in
a deep sigh on behalf of everybody. And I hear you, sir.
Right.
But
it is what you are looking for that you find. You hear me?
Thank you.
Do we have purple cars on the road?
Very few.
No, you don't know.
Okay.
But the day you start looking for a purple car, you now see the purple cars. That's what I mean.
Okay.
So the solution to the problem you are thinking of will give you the answers to that problem. So if I'm a young person in Nigeria, there's no way for me to go anymore. What can I do? We're talking about AI now. It's better to go study AI, cyber security. One of the biggest problems in the world today is identity theft. Where they clone your account or your identity, and how do you stop that? Cyber security. So if I have a skill in cyber security, imagine the way the whole world is going into the whole global social media. You're dropping your information, you're dropping information here. So people can steal your identity or information. If you have the knowledge to be able to help companies stop that, wouldn't they pay you?
Yeah.
Would they say because you are living in Surulere, they will not pay you? No, they'll be so happy. You know why? It's cheaper for them because they're not paying insurance, they're not paying medicals for you, they're not paying housing, they're not paying anything, they're just paying for your skill set. But because of our exchange rate, once they send the money to you, it's big money for us. You can live large, even in Nigeria.
True.
So that's how we should be thinking now.
I think that's very true. But I think that another thing a lot of people are also looking for is you said when you came to Dubai, you knew you were going to spend time here.
Correct.
It's hard to feel that way in Nigeria if you don't have a lot of financial backing or support.
Things were not like that in Nigeria a couple of years ago. Things have really, really deteriorated, unfortunately.
Yes. So that is that people are now looking at healthcare. I'm saying even young people who like access to healthcare, access to even loans, access to pensions. I was hearing how some people's pension has disappeared. So
it will disappear now. It will disappear. If you look at the exchange rate, at the time I think it was about 1,700 naira to $1. Can you imagine? That means for you as a Nigerian at that time, I don't know what the exchange rate is. Maybe it's 1.6.
1.6 now.
1.6. You know what that means? For me to get $1, I need to work 1,600 times. Can you imagine that? You're not working so 4 times more. You're not working 10 times more. You're working 1,600. Why won't people just be falling and dying? The stress level will be too much.
It is a lot.
But
so are you saying that you still believe that people can make it to the extent they want to in Nigeria?
Yes. Because what's the alternative? Nowhere to go anymore.
Come to Dubai.
Yeah, come to Dubai. But what are you coming to do in Dubai? If you're not bringing value to Dubai, what are you going to do?
So it matters what you're even going to do wherever you want to go.
Wherever you want to go. It's better to prepare. Even if you want to relocate, get certain skill sets.
True.
That are necessary for the world of today. Don't go and say I read some philosophy or history and you want to go add value in Dubai. What are you going to tell them? History of Nigeria or West Africa? No. But if you had information on, you had a skill set for what I talked about, machine learning, AI, cyber security, all the blockchain programming and all that kind of stuff. Those are the technologies and what is relevant for today.
What is needed.
And the beauty of this is that you don't need 4 years to study this. You don't need 4 years. So even those that are spending 4 years reading philosophy in universities are wasting their time. If you look at the big companies like Meta, Alphabet and all that, they say they don't need a degree now. Come as you are. Because if you're reading computer science, by the time you're finishing 4 years, that your degree is now a cake. It has no value in the world of today. The way technology is evolving so fast. So they need you fresh as you are. Don't bring your baggage of whatever you think you know. Come, we'll train you on the technologies that are relevant today and we'll deploy you in our workspace.
Okay.
So I think we need to educate ourselves so that kids are not wasting their life and their time, and parents are not getting frustrated deploying money in the wrong places and all that.
I agree with you, because it's even a lot of money to even say you want to jackpot. It's a lot. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot.
Okay.
In the past, people sell their houses to help their kids go abroad. With so much expectation, they now get there, they find out it's a totally different ball game. You know?
I wanted to move on to something which is, I mean, taking us to your, let me not say your direct current, but like at least from when Kiza was really picking up until now. How are you able to juggle all the balls together? And when I say all the balls, I mean business, family, you know, I don't know, are you a Christian or a Muslim? I'm not sure of your religion, but whatever religion you are, how are you able to juggle all of this together? Even fun time, even hobbies.
It's all about balance. Every aspect is important. So you must find a way to balance your life.
So I'm asking you from a place where it actually seems difficult, like, especially like people who are late 20s, early 30s, trying to build something. I've spoken to people like, even here in Dubai, like relationship is not on the radar right now. And it seems to be a pattern with ambitious people where they now seem to be, you know, I don't want to use the word failing, but neglecting another side to them. So is there a way, how does that balance happen? Is it like managing your time? Like, oh, I'm going to give...
It's managing your time, but also, what do you want the most? What are you going to be doing in the relationship? When you don't have money. What are you going to be doing?
I am screaming.
You're going to fight yourself so badly that you will hate yourself afterwards. Because there's too much pressure. This is reality. This is not a movie. This is reality. There are bills coming every day. If the man cannot afford it and the woman cannot afford it, where are you going to be living? You understand? So when people say they don't want to get into a relationship, I say yes, don't get into a relationship because you're wasting your time.
Hey.
Yes. You know, in the past, we used to be so sentimental about certain things. But the reality, I just said, okay, you're in a relationship. How are you going to be paying your bills?
Together. We'll pray.
How? Pray. Please don't enter that, because if I start on that topic, we'll not leave it today. Faith without works is dead.
Absolutely. I agree. I was cracking a joke.
There's a corresponding part of work that you must do. Leave God to do his part. You do your part.
What about the concept of building together?
You can build together. You know, when I say a relationship, go to the back burner, because of what I've seen over the years. So it's better you find your footing a little bit first.
Okay.
Because building together, there must be something to build with now. If you don't have anything, he doesn't have anything. What are you building with? So you must bring something, he brings something, and then you agree together. You write a contract as... Hey, listen to me.
Okay, I'm listening.
Don't say you just build together. You will write a contract as
a contract.
Yes. As if you are dealing with a company. Yes. Because you see, we don't understand a lot of things, then we get into trouble. We're building together. What is your contribution in this building? What is my contribution?
I bring a lot to the table.
Yeah, I bring a lot to the table. How do you quantify that?
I'm cracking a lot of jokes here.
No. Yes, it's good that we're approaching it in this way.
I find this thing you're saying very interesting, because I hear a lot from people older than me. My generation, we built, you know, my father and your mother are like different people. We started off in a one room.
The world
we had
was
one pot.
then.
We had,
the world was different.
So
then.
this is not a concept you think we can approach again like this.
You've got to understand the way the world is now. Then, in the times of my grandparents and my parents, women were subject to their husbands. They didn't have a say.
True.
Sometimes they even married you to the man without you even loving the man. But you had to be there because of what society demanded then. Today is a completely different story. So the rules of engagement is different. So the man that is trying to get a girl now must understand that the girl is not grandma's girl or mama's girl. Or that's how, or the girl now is the same as that. No. These are ladies now that are exposed. They even make more money than the men now and all that. So what are you coming to? What are you bringing to the table for the woman? So it's a different rule of engagement now. So the man needs to get his acts together.
So where does love come into the picture? I'm just asking.
Are you recording this?
Yes.
Because I'm going to say something now that might be controversial.
No, go ahead.
Love will die without money. I can tell you for free. Love is subjective. Only God loves unconditionally. You hear me? Only God loves unconditionally. Are you married?
Yes.
You're married. Let me
newly married, but it's okay. I'm listening to you. But I see I'm actually stuttering because I was not expecting what I've heard. But I really
expect to come and talk to Mr. John, you know, ma.
No, but I really like the perspective you're coming at it from. It's very practical. Very practical.
Very practical.
Very practical.
A lot of us are not practical. We're too sentimental, and then we take too many things for granted. We just feel it will just be. It will not just be. And that's why you find a lot of divorces now amongst young kids that just get married 2 years. Because they don't understand what they are getting into. It's not a joke. They say, I love you, I love you. Why didn't the love take you past 2 years? Or 1 year, even 6 months? Because there are more things involved than what we call love.
Okay. I know that you're a private individual, so I'm not asking you about you. But generally, especially, I'm not even up to 1 year in marriage yet. What would you say are some of the key things that is needed to have a long-lasting marriage? Because like you said, a lot of people too, in fact, 10 years is like you need an award. Yeah. Well, how do we get to the point where we're having those kind of healthy, happy, and like you said, there's an agreement in place, a relationship that fulfills for both parties? What do you think are some of the things that are needed?
First of all, be realistic. During the courtship and during the courtship, you must have a document, an agreement, and not just signing that dotted line. You must have an agreement how we'll be engaging, so that when the journey starts, you have a guide to say, oh, okay, these were the things we agreed, and you talk about everything. Don't hide some things, because it will still happen, it will still come out. Don't have too much expectation about, in quote, marriage. Be friends. Be friends. Because sometimes there's this expectation when you're not married, the man must be a different man and the woman must be a different woman. No! It was 24 hours ago you were doing dating. Now you are married, you now think the man will just transform or the woman will just transform. No, it's a journey where I cover your weakness and you cover my weakness, and I celebrate your strengths and you celebrate my strengths. That's what it's all about, and that's going to be like that, because most times you won't change. If anything, you get worse. But because we know that it's about celebrating each other's strengths and covering each other's weaknesses from the beginning, And that's how the journey is going to be forever. Because even if you both had, when you started, money, you could lose your money. You could have a business, an investment, and you lose everything. What then happens? Because we're friends.
So you could put in that contract. So if I lose all the money.
Yeah, if we both lose all the money, what are we going to do?
What?
Yes.
That's so legal.
If we sell, are we going to sell our house? Are we going to do this?
Wow.
Put it there because it makes you start to think and it guides you.
Wow.
Otherwise, you'll be caught unawares. And then when you're caught unawares, this one does not trust this one does not trust this one. Maybe this one is hiding some money, the other one is hiding some money. It now creates a whole lot of mess. And the moment there's no trust there anymore, forget it. It's all over.
So do you think that the concepts of prenups are okay?
It is very okay. Even post-nup. These were things we didn't do.
So if I just want to ask sincerely.
Prenup. You know why you have a prenup?
Okay.
So that we understand, that's the rule of engagement. We understand, yes, because of what it looks like, I love you, you love me. Okay, fine. In case this love dies, what then happens? You're still my friend.
And that's not preparing for it.
Yes, you're not
I'm just asking.
Yeah, because you see, love, if it's not nurtured, it will die. And if you do not have what it takes to nurture it, what happens? That's why you see a lot of men are under so much stress because they understand the expectation towards their woman, but they cannot do it. And then the woman also is comparing him with another guy that is doing 419 or Yahoo or something. And he's saying, look at this other guy, he's doing this for my friend, you can't do it.
No, I see.
Unnecessary stress and pressure. So you must have your rule of engagement. Think of anything as much as we put it there. Because it makes him start to think and makes you start to think. You engage with your head, not with your heart. Forget about that heart issue. When the rules of engagement are good, the heart thing will come. Because there's no fear anymore. You understand everything. Everything is clear. In case, because life is not perfect. The only thing that is constant in this world is change. And anything can happen. Today we're in good terms. Tomorrow we might not be in good terms. How do we separate? So there must be an exit strategy in that contract as well.
Ha. Hey. Sorry, I can't even help my exclamations. I'm typically more, I can hide it more. But this is the most practical, legal way I've heard to approach marriage.
It is reality.
With all the marriage counseling I heard, this is the only practical, put it down on paper.
The marriage counselor is not telling you, he's telling you what you want to hear. No, I'm not going to tell you what they want to hear.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what will help you.
No, I hear you.
Whoever is listening to this as a young person starting. We didn't have this counseling. So we went into it trusting the mercy and the grace of God. That really helped us. But there are certain circumstances that you need to go back to that agreement and say, hey, it's true. We thought we'll be together. Emi loma lo ebu. Is that not what they say in Yoruba? Yeah, but sometimes it doesn't work like that. And if I'm not the one that will lo ebu, how do we depart and still be friends?
Wow.
How do we separate and still be friends? Because that friendship thing is key.
I agree.
So that there's no animosity.
I remember one time.
And then if you have kids,
yeah,
it's a much more complicated matter.
I was going to say that I remember one time I asked my dad, I was like maybe 18 at the time, and I said, oh, Daddy, why did you marry mommy? And he's like, she was my friend. I thought, what's a boring, what a lackluster answer.
Yeah, but that's true.
I have come to realize that
that's true.
it's actually the friendship that keeps it, because they're still together 40 something years now, and they're still joking with each other and pulling each other's legs. So
but do you know what they've gone through those 40 something
plenty
years?
things.
Plenty things. Water don't pass on that bridge. Plenty.
But I want to ask, because you're saying this is an advice that younger people can take. A lot of people in your generation didn't do.
They know.
Or didn't know.
Yes, there's no counseling.
Do you think that also, where does that balance, because I want to end this on this question, where does that balance now happen where we're not having a bunch of calculated, contractual, businesses and even marriages? Because I use relationships in general, because relationships is marriage, is business, is this. So how do we strike the balance where it's not let's go to Akbali? What did we agree on? And also having the trust, having the, this thing, we wanted it to work out, like let's say in business. So we thought we'll make more money, but it didn't work out as planned. So let's see how we can cut our losses. Where does compassion, where does, what are some of the things they always said in marriage has? The tolerance, forgiveness, all the empathy, where do all those things come in if we're approaching things very documented? Or is that part of the things to document?
Yes, you're approaching it. When you want to provide a service to a company, don't you have an agreement? Mm-hmm. What does that agreement contain?
What you're doing for them, what you're going to receive for them, and what happens if you don't do it.
And if you don't do it, and then if you need to stop providing the service, or they need to disengage your service, there's a part of the contract that says we will go to we'll first go to arbitrator first before we go to court or something. There's one exit strategy clause there to break the agreement. There's even force majeure, hand of God, in case there's an earthquake or there's a flood or something. They put in a contract. That is a contract that you're providing a service. Now you're going into a relationship that will tie you together for the rest of your life and will determine your trajectory for the next, God knows, 50 years. And you're not going to write a contract. That means you don't know the importance of what you're doing. You don't. If for a mere job, you write all these contracts, you give to a lawyer to go through the lines and see all the clauses there that might tie you in, and you say, no, I'm not going to sign this because no, it has to be 2 months notice, not 6 months notice, or you can't time me for. And now you want to be with this person for the rest of your life. You wake up with this person every day for the rest of your life. They are going to bring some individuals from somewhere in the whole game called children for the rest of your life.
I was going to ask who are the individuals, and I clocked that it was children.
And you're not going to write contract.
Some people that will not collect your money.
We should wake up. We should wake up. We from our part of the world, we're too
emotional?
Yeah, we're too emotional and sentimental, and we don't question what we're supposed to question. We don't dwell properly on things we're supposed to dwell on.
Okay. So my last question, because this has been such an interesting interview, I'm going to watch it and hear everything you said again, is God, the God factor. I'm just curious to know what role God plays in your life, how you see the concept of God, in everything, in every aspect. That's just it. Or does God play a role in your life? Maybe I should have added that too.
It is in Him I live, I move, and have my being. You understand that? It is in Him I live, I move, and have my being. So my entirety, my completeness only has a meaning because of the God factor.
Wow.
It is the beginning of me, it is the ending of me. Even though I get crazy in between, it is the God factor that brings me back to track. When I derail, which I always derail, but because of His mercy and His grace, it brings me back to track, and it reminds me of his love. So I remember his love and I go back to him. But God for me is everything. He's everything. You can't do anything without him. The most important, the breath that you have, where you get it from. Are we going to be talking today if there's no breath?
True.
It's all about God. Then, how meaningful is that God in everything you do? It's now what makes the difference to so many people.
Is this also, because I have seen that your approach to a lot of things are very practical. Is this also very practical as well? Is this like part of your routine every day? Like, okay, I'm going to spend some time with God, or maybe not every day, but like, is this a practical thing that you're also talking about?
Every day as I wake up, I think about him, but I don't put him in a compartment to say, okay, I'm going to be with you from 6 to 7. No. Everywhere I'm going, there's a consciousness inside me that's all about you. It's all about you. Because he's already told us in his constitution, he says, "No he that willeth or he that runneth, but God that showeth mercy." So in everything I do, no matter if I feel I know how to do it, I still know that it's a mercy and the grace of God.
Everything. Business, family, marriage.
Everything. I say everything is everything.
I think that I found your balance.
What is it?
I think I found your balance. Yeah, I was waiting to see where it was, because the thing was just going like very. I was like, I'm surprised I'm not.
Is this guy an atheist?
No, not even atheism, but like very practical. Some people that are very practical, like I said, which is why I was talking about empathy and compassion. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but if you have the Spirit of God in you, I think you will know when to have the empathy, when to have the compassion, when to have the kindness, to love.
He gave us 2 laws. He said, Lord, love God with all that you have. Love your neighbor as yourself. Once those 2 are done, you fulfilled everything. Why would I want to cheat you in business? Why would I want to do crazy stuff to you when I know that I should love you the way I love myself? If I don't want to do it to me, why should I do it to you?
Exactly.
But because we are bound in this thing called flesh, which is a dying container, a lot of times we sway out of track. And then because of his conviction and the Holy Spirit, it brings you back. It's the yo-yo till we finally get out of this thing, then we're free to be with him on a one-on-one. But as long as you're in this compartment, this house called flesh, and you are in this realm, you will always be falling. You always be falling.
Flesh is
and
weak.
then you would, the flesh, and then you now understand his mercy and his grace. Because without darkness, there's no light.
I agree.
Light only becomes relevant when there's darkness.
That is now my final question. I was hoping you would not go there so I can end it. And this is one I have personally.
Is this the final or the final of the final?
This one is the final. Sorry, I'm a very curious person. And the thing about this, my curiosity, because you see, I didn't carry a book. It's literally just as it's in my head. I was thinking about it the other day because I was producing a show. And in that show, we had different religions there: Christian, Muslim, church now believers, free thinkers or atheists. And this was the first time in my life I realized that my whole contact list was Christian. I was like, am I? I don't even know what the word is. There's tribalist, there's I don't know what the word is. I was like, oh, you don't mingle with people from other religions. That's so bad. In my mind, I was like, I have to be more open-minded. But the concept of I'm a Christian.
Okay.
The concept of not being unequally yoked, in application to marriage, in application to business or friendship, do you think it's a thing that is practical in today's time or not?
You must be as wise as serpents, but as harmless as doves. How many Christian business people do you do business with?
It doesn't really matter to me.
It doesn't matter. You're bringing value to the table. They are paying you. That's on the business side. Now, on the relationship part, that's why I say have a contract. Because in the contract, can two work together except they agree? That contract will tell you that, no. There's certain fundamental things I cannot take. So if we cannot take it and you cannot take it now, it's better we don't start this journey together. Don't now jump into it and say, I will pray the Holy Spirit will change the man. You're on your own. Or you are praying the Holy Spirit will change the woman. You're on your own. Understand your fundamentals first. That is the unequal. If we're not, it's the same thing as saying there's no agreement. If there's no agreement, we're going to be pulling in different directions. And if a house that is not united will definitely fall apart. But that agreement makes you talk about deep things.
We're going back to disagreement.
Back there because you're not. When you say you're not equally yoked, don't find out when the journey has started. Then it now goes back to what God does not like, divorce. Understand it from the beginning. Yes, I like you so much. You like me so much. That does not mean we can journey together for the next 25, 50 years. It doesn't mean. It's not that you're a bad person or he's a bad person. But there are some things that cannot just work. And that thing helps you, at least it gives you the foundation or the basis to start the journey.
And it doesn't
with.
make you a closed-minded person.
No, it doesn't. It makes you a fully open-minded person. The same way you have a contract in a business transaction. Even though you try to capture everything, it does not mean the person will not still renege. He says, I'll pay you after 60 days. 60 days turning to 6 months. But at least you have a contract that says, hey, remember when we started this journey, we said it will be like this. Because that contract is there, whoever is defaulting, if the person is a sincere person, once he's getting to that place, he will say, come, I know I'm supposed to pay you in 60 days, but we're having a crisis. Please give me another 1 month. There's an openness, but because there's something to guide. If there's nothing to guide, you say, come, now today I begin owe you. You understand? But you can't say,
anything.
Pay me, because where's the guide? There's no guide.
So it's more about agreement than your ethnicity,
agreement, because
your
you know what?
belief.
I want a relationship to be solid and let it last for so long. That's why we're doing this. That's why. Lack of agreements have destroyed so many friendships. That's why in business. Not to talk of a relationship that you spend the rest of your life together. Come, let's get serious, man.
Okay. I like that. I like that summary, and I've taken away a lot from this interview. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your honesty, your depth, and your wisdom. And also, you made me feel very comfortable. So it felt like I was talking to...
We're in hospitality now.
The keys are away. So here on the Open Up podcast, the goal, the agenda is to share to help.
Right.
That's why we're doing it, to help as many people. So I believe that people watching, like myself, have learned a whole lot. You've probably exposed their minds to things that they haven't thought about. Maybe I should have had you as one of my marital counselors. But we're doing okay. Thank you for your time. I was wondering if we could see around before we go. Is that possible?
Around where? Around
Kiza.
Kiza? The atelier or?
Yeah, here, the restaurant.
Yeah.
We can?
Yeah, we can show you around.
So that's what we're going to do next. So we're done with our interview
Thank you very
for
much.
now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Open Up Podcast Season 3 Global Edition is brought to you by Credit Direct.